What's up everyone? I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to another practice. I don't have a theme for this practice, but we will be concentrating more on our core and obliques, and also we'll be working on major muscle groups. And it's a no prop vinyasa, but if you are using any props you can have it handy. Stitch the vinyasa to your requirement, and if something feels too much in your body, just take a step back and take a modification or use a prop. And if something is challenging, maybe breathe into it and you will come out on the other side of the challenge feeling much more stronger. And if you keep at it and be consistent, you'll have toned muscles and stronger body. And as always, take it at your own pace, and please do consider subscribing to my channel. And whenever you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. We'll be starting laying flat on the mat. We'll begin our practice today all the way down on the mat. You can have your arms out in a T, or you can have your arms alongside your body. Bring your knees in line with your hips. Make sure that your ankles are in line with your knees. Engage your core. Try to bring the small of your back down onto the mat. If there is a natural curve in your back, that's fine. From here, we'll start working our core. Every exhale, tap one foot down, bring it back. Next foot down, bring it back. Keep alternating between your right and left, and engage your core. Your core strength is what should be bringing your knee back up. Sync your movement with your exhale. Come back to neutral. Bring your arms out in a T this time and drop your knee onto one side of your hip. Come back up, and the other side of the hip. Come back up. Every exhale, drop it to one side. Inhale, come back to center. Make sure that your shoulder blades are down on the mat and your chest is opened up towards the sky. Two more. Sync your exhale to the most hard part of the movement. So if you feel bringing your knees back up is the hardest part, sync your exhale to that. Come back to neutral. Extend both your legs all the way out and bring your arms alongside your ears. Tuck your tailbone, engage your core, and next breath, sweep your arms around and lift up into a boot. Come all the way back, sweep up, crunch, come all the way back. As you come up, you can even bring your arms alongside your ears for an extra challenge. Come back up. Last one, and release. Bring your knees into your chest. Roll from side to side, release your back. Next exhale, lift your chest off the mat. Bring your nose to your knee, crunch, and exhale, bring your chest back down on the mat and open your arms in a cactus. Tap your toes onto the mat. Crunch, exhale, cactus your arms and tap your toes. Pull your knee back in, crunch, come all the way back down on the mat, cactus your arms, tap your toes. Exhale, crunch, back down on the mat, tap your toes. Three more. Pull your knees back up with your core strength. Last one. And extend your feet all the way out. Bring your left heel on the outside of your left hip. Stack your right foot over your left. Grab hold of your right wrist and take a side body stretch. So your top view should look like a crescent moon. Breathe into your right side body. Release and switch sides. Right foot comes on the outside of your right hip. Grab hold of your left wrist and take a side body stretch. Come back to neutral. Bend your knees. Bring your heels hip distance apart. Bring your right heel to rest on your left thigh and lift your left foot off the mat. You're in a figure 4 stretch laying down, and work your left knee towards your chest. And as you do that, you can use your right palm to gently push your right knee away from you. Release. Bring your left knee in line with your left hip and drop your left knee on the outside of your left hip. Make sure that your chest is facing the sky. You can have your right hand extended out in a T. Breathe into your twist. Come back to center. Switch sides. Stack your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Exhale, bring your right thigh closer to your chest, and you can use your left hand to gently press your left knee away from you. Have both your feet flexed to protect your knee. Release over your hips and drop your right knee on the outside of your right hip. Chest is opening up towards the sky. Breathe into your twist. Come back to center. This time, bind your right leg around your left either once or twice. Right hand comes underneath your left, bind it once or twice. So you are in a eagle position, lying flat on your mat. Next exhale, take a crunch, lift your chest off the mat and crunch and release. Every exhale crunch, come back down on the mat. If you want to add a challenge, as you come back down, you can tap your left toes down onto the mat and lift it back up. Keep your core engaged as you drop your left toe down onto the mat, and avoid arching in your back. Come back to center, release your arms, drop your knees on the outside of your left hip, take a twist. Come back to neutral. Swap your bind. Left leg binds on top of your right either once or twice. Left arm comes underneath your right, bind it once or twice and engage your core. Next exhale, take a crunch. Inhale, release, tap your mat, lift back up. Release, tap your mat, lift back up. You should feel the heat building up in your ab muscles. Come back to neutral. Drop your knees on the outside of your right hip. Take a twist. Come back to center. Release your bind. Extend your right leg all the way out. Catch your left foot from the inside and take a half happy baby stretch. Try to stack your left ankle directly over your left knee and gently press your left knee towards the ground. Release your happy baby stretch. Bring your knee to come directly onto your chest. Point your left foot and exhale. Straighten your left leg and bend. Every exhale, straighten your left leg and bend. You're moving only from your knee joint, so you're not moving from your hips. You should feel it in your left hamstrings. Engage your core. You're not arching in your back. Extend your leg, and this time walk your palms towards your ankles or anywhere on your shin, and gently every exhale try to bring your left quad towards your chest. Keep your left leg extended. Keep your left foot pointing. Don't bend at your knee. It's not about how close you can get your leg to your chest. Keep your knee extended. Keep your left foot pointing, and you should feel this stretch in your left hamstring muscles. Release your left leg. Bring your right knee into your chest. Catch your right foot from the inside with your right hand. Work your right knee on the outside of your shoulder and take a half happy baby stretch. Try to bring your right ankle directly over your right knee and work your knee closer to the ground. Release your happy baby stretch. Bring your knee to stack directly over your chest. You can grab hold behind your knee, point your right foot and extend your right leg. I'm way tighter in my right side, and I'm always tighter in my right side. So your left and right can feel completely different, and that's all right. Next time you extend, hold it there. Walk your arms on your shin as close to your ankles as possible, and work your right foot towards your chest. But that fold is coming from your hip joint, not by bending your right knee. And breathe into that hamstring opening. Keep reaching through your toes. That's a gentle reminder to keep your leg extended and reaching out. And release. Bring both your feet in line with your hips. Hug your knees into chest. Rock from side to side. Release your back. Bring your palms behind your knees, and every exhale rock all the way up and rock back down. So we'll roll up and down for a couple of times just to massage our back. And this time when you come up, catch your Navasana and hold your boat pose. You can stay with your legs bent, or you can extend your legs all the way out and hold your boat. Release, cross your feet. Make sure that you're on both your sit bones. Bring the soles of your feet together. Come into a butterfly. You can sit all the way up, or you can hinge from your hips, fold forward. Lengthen through your tailbone and reach through the crown of your head. Grow tall in your torso. Make sure that your shoulders are away from your ears. Come all the way up. Stack your right shin directly over your left shin, coming into a fire log. Make sure that your sit bones are down on the mat. You can stay all the way up here, or you can walk your hands forward and fold forward in your fire log. Breathe into your right hip joint. You should feel this stretch in your right side. Don't crank your neck. That's more of a reminder to myself. Come back up and switch your fire log. Stack your left shin directly over your right. Bring both your sit bones down on the mat. Grow tall in your torso. Either stay up here or slowly walk your hands and fold forward. Come back up. Come on to all fours. Make sure that your knees are directly underneath your hips and your ankles are lined with your knees. Press through the tops of your feet. Next breath, bring your right knee into your chest, and as you exhale, flex your right foot. Take a donkey kick. So you're kicking your right heel towards the roof. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, kick. Exhale, crunch and kick. 2 more. Next breath, bring your right knee into your chest. Place your right foot on the outside of your right palm. Tuck your left toes and lift your left knee off the mat, coming into a high lizard. Optional to come all the way down onto your forearms to deepen your hip opening. Keep the back of your neck long. Come back onto your palms. Bring your back knee down. Bend at your left knee. Cartwheel your right arm, catch hold of your left foot and sink your left hip down onto the mat, kicking into your right hand. So you're opening your shoulder, and you should also feel a nice stretch in your left quad. And as you work your left heel towards your glute, bend your left hand and bring your right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. Exhale, kick your left foot back into your hand, open your chest, work your heel towards your glute and take a push-up variation. Come back up and work your right shoulder back down towards the ground. Kick back, open your chest, work your right shoulder back towards the mat and release your back foot. Tuck your back toes, frame your front foot and come all the way up into your high crescent lunge. Make sure that your hips are squared towards the front of the mat. You're squeezing your inner thighs. You're pushing through your back heel. Bring your back foot down on the mat. Open up warrior 2. Make sure that your front heel and back arch are in line with each other and you're stacking your shoulders directly over your hips. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Optional to bring your left palm behind your back towards your right thigh. Bring your right palm on the inside of your right foot or to rest on your right thigh, side angle. Gaze comes down towards your right foot. Push through the ball mount of your right and open up into a triangle. Extend your left hand alongside your ear. Engage your core. Squeeze your inner thighs and bring your right hand to meet your left. Come back up. Open up warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Right palm comes on the inside of the right foot. Open up side angle. Push through the ball mount of your right foot. Extend your right leg. Transition into a triangle. Bring your left hand alongside your ears. Squeeze your inner thighs, engage your core. Extend your right hand to meet your left and Stack your shoulders back over your hips. Back to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Hold this for 5 counts. Bring your right palm on the inside of your right foot, side angle. Extend your right leg. Left arm extends alongside your ears. Engage your core. Squeeze in your inner thighs. Bring your right palm to touch your left and hold. Reach through your fingertips. Stack your shoulders back over your hips. Back to warrior 2. Cartwheel your arms. Frame the front foot. Step back into plank. Optional to take a one-legged chaturanga. Upward facing dog. All the way back, downward facing dog. Bring your knees back down on the mat. Make sure that your palms are in line with your shoulders. Adjust your stance. Engage your core. Bring your left knee into chest. Kick back, heel reaching towards the sky. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, kick back. 3 more. Next time, bring your left knee into your chest. Place your left foot on the outside of both your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. High lizard. Squeeze your inner thighs and square your hips down towards the mat. Optional to bring both your forearms down, deepening your hip opener. Keep the back of your neck long. Come back on your palms. Bring your back knee down. Cartwheel your left hand. Reach for your right foot. Kick your right foot into your right hand and open your chest. As you work your right heel towards your glutes, bend your right hand and bring your chest closer to the mat. Kick back, open your chest, bend your right hand, bring your chest closer to the mat. Kick back and take a push-up variation. Kick back. The whole time working your right hip down towards the mat. You should feel that quad opening. Release your back foot, tuck your back toes, frame your front foot. Come up, high crescent lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs, square your hips to the front of the mat. Place your back foot down, align your front heel and back arch. Make sure that your shoulders are directly stacked over your hips. Engage your core. Reverse your warrior. Optional to bring your right hand behind your back. Left palm comes on the inside of your left foot, side angle. Bring your gaze down, push through your left foot, extend your left leg, triangle. Engage your core, squeeze your inner thighs. Align your right hand alongside your ears and extend your left to meet your right palm. Stack your shoulders back over your hips, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Bring your left palm on the inside of your left foot, side angle. Extend your left leg, triangle. Bring your right hand alongside your ears. Engage your core. Extend your left and hold. Stack your shoulders back over your hips, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior and hold this for 5 counts. Bring your left palm on the inside of your left foot, open into a side angle. Extend your left hand alongside your ears, push through your front leg, triangle. Keep the back of your neck long. Extend your bottom hand to meet your top and hold. Stack your shoulders back over your hips. Warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands. Frame your front foot. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. All the way back, downward facing dog. Next breath, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bring your right knee into your chest. Place your right foot in between your palms. Come all the way up, high crescent lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs, square your hips to the front of the mat. Extend both your legs and hinge from your hips. Launch yourself into a warrior 3. Release both your palms down onto the mat, coming into an L hold. Bring your left knee into your chest, roll on your right foot, extend your left leg through a pistol squat. Come all the way back into your L hold. We'll do that 2 more times, and as you roll over onto your right toes, bring your left knee to your chest and extend your legs all the way in the front. Back into your L hold. It's hard to talk and do a pistol squat. Back into a pistol squat. My legs. Come back up into your L hold. Bring your left knee into your chest and slowly come all the way up into a one-legged Tadasana. Bring your arms alongside your ears. Bring your left foot to rest on your right inner thigh. Engage your core. Grow tall through your torso. Avoid sinking into your hips and hold your tree. Release your tree. Come back into one-legged Tadasana. Catch your left foot on the inside, and as you kick your left foot into your hand, hinge from your hips and come into your beautiful dancer. Make sure that you're kicking your left foot into your hand. Release your dancer back into a one-legged Tadasana. Hinge from your hips. Float your left leg all the way back. Warrior 3. Place your left foot down. Back to your high crescent. Frame your front foot. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Back to downward dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Bring your left knee into chest. Left foot comes in between your palms. Lift up high crescent lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs. Grow tall. Extend both your legs. Hinge from your hips. Float your back foot. Warrior 3. If you can see, my back leg is shivering. Bring both your palms down onto the mat. Square your hips to the floor in an L hold, and as you roll over your left toes, bring your right knee into chest and extend your right leg forward, coming into a pistol squat. Float back into an L hold. Float forward into a pistol squat. Back into an L hold. Float forward into a pistol squat. Back into an L hold. And this time, as you bring your right knee into your chest, stand all the way up into your one-legged Tadasana. Bring your right foot on the inside of your left leg. Grow tall in your torso. Engage your core. Coming into Vrikshasana. Release your tree. Grab your right foot on the inside and hinge from your hips. Kick your right foot into your right hand. Open into a beautiful dancers. Slowly come back through one-legged Tadasana. Float into warrior 3. Oh, my leg. Back to high crescent. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward dog. All the way back. Downward facing dog. Bend at your knees. Lift your heels off the mat. Look towards your palms. Jump to the front of the mat and come into your toe balance. Bring your palms to your chest. Hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. As you lift your hips off your heels, place your left foot down on the mat and lift your right leg all the way up. So you're in a twisted one-legged Tadasana. Slowly step your right leg back. The whole time you're keeping your twist and come into this half chair, half split variation with your twist, flexing your left foot. Extend both your legs, arms come alongside your ears. Adjust your stance, make sure that both your feet are on parallel tracks and step it as wide as required. Fold from your hips into a pyramid. Halfway lift. Place both your palms down on the mat. Step back with your right leg. Come up on your toes. Bring your left knee into your chest. Place your back foot down on the mat. Extend your left leg all the way out. Bring your right hand alongside your ears and open your chest up towards the sky. Fallen triangle. Squeeze your hips. Bring both your palms down on the mat. Come back on the toes of your right foot. You're facing the mat, but your legs are crisscrossed. Hold this for a second. Bend at your left knee. Bring your left shin down on the mat. Transition into a pigeon. Flex your front foot. You can take whichever variation of pigeon that feels good in your body. If you want to bind in your pigeon, bend your back leg. Work your back foot into your right elbow crease. Bind your hands behind your head. Release your bind. Tuck your back toes. Lift your hips. Step back into plank. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward dog. All the way back. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Bend at your knees. Jump and bring your feet in between your palms. Balancing on your toes. Palms to chest. Hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. And as you lift your hips off your heels, place your right foot down on the mat. Keep your twist and slowly lift your left leg up. Twisted one-legged Tadasana. Step back with your twist into this twisted chair and half split variation. Make sure that both your knees are in line with each other. Sorry, I forgot to mention this on the other side. Release your twist. Place both your feet down on the mat. Make sure that your feet are on parallel tracks and step your feet as wide as required. Face the front of the mat and fold forward into your pyramid. Lift back up. Place both your palms down on the mat. Step with your back foot. Bring your right knee into chest. Pivot your back foot down. Extend your right leg. Cartwheel your left arm alongside your ears. Open your chest up towards the sky. Bring your palms down onto the mat. If possible, work back onto the toes of your back foot. You're in this crisscross plank. Just for a second. Bend your right knee. Bring your right shin parallel to the short edge. Come all the way down into your pigeon. You can take the same variation that you took on the other side. If you did bind on the other side, take your bind here. Release your bind and this time sweep your back leg all the way around. Bring the soles of your feet together. We are back in our butterfly. Phew. Fold forward, and I hope this time around this feels a lot fluid in your body, considering that you're much warmer than when we did this at the beginning of the flow. Breathe into your belly, grow tall in your torso, reach through the crown of your head. Come back up. Bring the knees together and come all the way down onto the mat. Make sure that your heels are hip distance apart. You're digging down with your heels. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone and squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips off the mat. You can choose to stay here if this feels plenty in your body today. If you want to go deeper, bring your palms alongside your ears. Make sure that you're not catching your hair underneath your palm. That would really hurt when you come all the way up. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips up towards the sky and lift up into your full wheel. Depending on how warm you are, you can choose to come all the way down onto your forearms and hold your back bend here. Keep working your chest through your upper arms, squeezing your glutes, lifting your hips up. Release, roll back down onto the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, roll from side to side. Whew. Lift your hips off the mat, stacking it directly over your shoulders. You can use your palms to support your lower back. Coming into a shoulder stand, point your feet and hold. Try to work your hips directly over your shoulders. Either stay here or bend your knees. Bring your knees to your forehead and extend your legs. Toes come to touch the ground over your head. From here, work your knees away from your face and work towards stacking your hips over your shoulders in your plow pose. Slowly roll all the way back down onto the mat. You can play with keeping your legs straight for as long as possible and slowly releasing all the way down, using your palms as the brake. that was just for fun. And we'll end our practice here in Shavasana. Close your eyes. Take a moment to come back to your normal breath. Loosen all your facial muscles. Bring a big smile on your face. That was a lot of hard work, so you did amazing. Take a moment for yourself. And whenever you are ready, open your eyes, turn on to one side and slowly come back up. I hope you built some heat in your body doing that flow with me and had fun. If you did, please do leave me a comment below and tell me what are your thoughts, and consider subscribing to my channel, and have a beautiful week.